Everyone's lives have been hugely affected by the war on terror. We are all living with enormous ramifications from what's going on.
When the CIA decided to build a strange-looking white warehouse in a forest on the edge of a village in Lithuania, this was a very extraordinary fact for the people who lived there. The lack of any narrative as to what it was led them to posit that maybe it was like a drug factory, or it was an illegal kidney transplant hospital. None of them had the idea that it was a secret prison location. The CIA decided in 2002 that it was going to create a group of secret detention centers where they could hold prisoners without other people getting access to them.
The project Negative Publicity, Artefacts of Extraordinary Rendition is really looking at the process behind the secret prison program, the experiences of the people caught up in it and the people who are facilitating it are kind of linked together by the documents and the photographs which we have assembled.
It was about the US government paying companies to transfer prisoners in secret from one place to another place.
It was being run by small companies, the people next door. It was using airspaces and locations which are part of everyday life. This was happening in our spaces, in our names.
And so the material that we assembled typifies that bureaucracy.
It's invoices, it's emails, it's very ordinary stuff. It's almost like negative evidence. What's not there says as much as what is there.
We wanted to present material in all its complexity. And so there are a lot of loose ends or false trails, moments where the narrative goes around in circles.
These networks around the world, which were happening kind of in plain sight, in very ordinary locations. These are not visually exotic things. They are very ordinary. A lot of these photographs are kind of at the limit of the point of photography, the limits of what you can see.
It's about what's behind facades that you can't go behind, and it's about human experiences that you can't really understand.
So this one's somewhere here. It's about the ordinariness of that process and the extraordinariness of the implications of that process.
A lot of the material that I used in my research came from an obscure court case in New York between two flight companies. Because it was about such an ordinary contractual issue, it was allowed to go ahead.
There is this one page from the court case where we kind of get to the crux of the discussion. The judge is trying to find out what that cargo was. The court clerk hears the word theorists, whereas actually what was said was terrorists. That transforms this incredibly ordinary thing into something extraordinary. It is so impactful.
It's striking how the bureaucracies which created these mistakes were somehow unable to rectify them. Watching that process unfold over a period of years teaches you something about the nature of how democracies actually function. None of the laws that exist to provide meaningful accountability for torture have actually so far had any effect.
There's been no accountability. So in some way that kind of implicates all of us.